Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, pretty.
Hello everyone, it's your girl Marie here, a crochetaholic. Yes, I'm addicted to crocheting. I heart yarn, or should I say I would take stuff and I would make it like this. I would make it and I make things and ding! This is actually my daughter's, but it actually looks cute. I don't know what she did here, but it's so adorable. She's learning, y'all. She's learning. I don't know. I don't know what she be doing sometimes, but this is as cute as I don't know what. Anyway, I'm a crochetaholic. Yes, I am. I take my plushies to markets, I sell them, and I also sell online. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And if you are not yet subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? It's fun in here. Alrighty, so today's video is a little bit of a different kind of video. I never got to do Meet the Maker, so I figured why not do that now? Because you're here, I'm here. Let's do this right now, right? So I have about 10 things, and I also have 2 bonus ones. Yes, we'll get to that. Alrighty, so let's just dive right in. Let's jump right in because, you know, we're here. Let's do this. Alrighty. So let's dive in. Okay, so up first, number 1. How long have you been crocheting? Well, I've been crocheting since 2008. That's a long time. That's a long time. A long time. So actually my aunt had taught me how to, well, I don't like to say that she taught me how to crochet. She introduced me to crocheting. So basically, went to her house one time and she was like, yeah, she taught me how to chain. And that was it. I was chaining. I was a chain-ologist. I could chain like you wouldn't believe. I could chain. And then I went home and I just had this long chain. I know what to do with this. So I was like, I don't know what to do with this. So years passed. 2000 passed to 2010. And I still didn't know what to do with this. I was just like, I don't freaking know. YouTube wasn't really like a thing, you know. It was like, you know, there were some people who were teaching people how to crochet there. So I was just like, well, you know what? I'm about to go in. And so I taught myself I watched some YouTube videos on how to like do some single crocheting, how to do some double crocheting. So like I was making scarves. Everybody was getting a scarf. I was like, it's your birthday? Guess it's you getting a scarf. Oh, it's your anniversary? Guess it's you getting a scarf. Christmas, scarf. Easter, scarf. Everybody was getting scarves. Scarves. You get a scarf. You get a scarf. You get a scarf. Everybody gets a scarf. I was just like Oprah. I was like, everyone's getting scarves. It was a thing, y'all. I was like, everyone is gonna get a scarf today. So yeah, that's where I started. That's how long. It was way back in 2010. Over a decade ago. You know, it's been a long road. Alright, so next, number 2 is, what's my favorite thing to crochet? Worsted weight dolls. I will bring him out so you can see him. He's one of my treasures. He sits in back of me. I know you all seen him talk. You know, he be talking, he be saying stuff because he's Prince. So it's my Prince doll. This is my Prince doll. Yeah. He had a little heel, but it kind of, I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, this is my Prince doll. So I actually had someone 3D print his guitar for me. Look at that. Isn't that cool? He's like, "Did I want no money? Da, 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 da. Purple rain, purple rain." Just kidding. But yeah, this is my Prince doll, and he's super cute because he's Prince. But this is my favorite thing to crochet is worsted weight dolls. I love, love crocheting worsted weight dolls. The only thing is, hold on. The only thing is my hands do not love it. But that's how everything to crochet is worsted weight dolls. I'll show a few that I've made. I'll post it here, here, down here maybe. But I love it. It is my favorite thing to do. It's I remember when I first started making dolls. So COVID, picture it. COVID, 1920. Just kidding. Picture it, COVID, 2020. Okay. And we're taking a walk, and it was at nighttime. And I was like thinking, I'm crocheting, I'm crocheting. Well, I was crocheting beanies at this time. So I graduated scarves, beanies, scarves and beanie sets, blankets. Like, that's what I was doing. And then I was like, And I was like, I wonder if I can make dolls. So this is the first doll I ever made. Wait, before I show you, I want to make it very clear that if you're watching this and you're a beginner crocheter, nobody in the history of ever starts off and is like, "Oh my gosh, I crocheted this beautiful thing." No, we all start off with, wait for it, Scary Mary. Scary Mary is literally I cried. I cried when I made her. When I was like, what is this? And it became the dog's chew toy. He loved that thing. And the thing is that it's gonna happen. I love that one song by Taylor Swift. There wouldn't be this if there hadn't been you. Because it's so true. We all start off with something that looks like a hot mess, but this to now this cue music. It's just, we got to start somewhere. We can't all wake up like this, okay, Beyonce? Anyway, moving on to now our third one. Actually, hold on just a minute. Okay, so next one is one yarn that you could crochet with forever. If you had to pick one yarn, just one, and you would have to crochet with it forever. Honestly, and I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but you know what? The question's asked of me, just like the question would be asked of you. You pick you, I'm going to pick what I want to pick. Because it's about me. Me to make a girl. Blanket. Burn that blanket. All day, all day, all day, all day. All day long. It comes in literally every color that I need. It makes beautiful plushies. I'm looking at one, trying to find one that I already have, and I only have is this Highland cow. Let me get him. Okay, this is him. This is my little Highland cow. He's cute. Like, I love him. He's adorable, and I'm actually gonna put some sunflowers like right here. And I'm not done making them, but I'm just gonna put it like right there, just to kind of give him some like cuteness, just some added cuteness to him. Picture it. Can you picture it? But yes, burn that blanket. I would love it. I want mountains and loads of it. I cannot get enough of it. It's just so dang on expensive. It's so expensive. Why are you so expensive? Like, I think we got spoiled from Joann's. Like, because Joann's had, sales. It had where it was, hold on. It was giving you you know, you were getting Bernat blanket for $8.99 plus tax. Like, and then you got a coupon for like another 30% off. No wonder y'all went out of business. Shoot, y'all was doing us favors. I mean, it was, oh man. You can't go in. You go on Amazon. Oh my god, $17, $17 for one. And I'm like, why Amazon? Why Jeff Bezos? Why? I digress. Moving on. Number 4. What's the weirdest thing you crocheted? So I had to literally think about this because I don't want to say I make a lot of weird things, but I do have some requests that are like, oh, okay. So I would say like the weirdest request I ever had made for me was, I don't know if a lot of you know who this person is, but I will pop him up here on the screen right here. So Tyrone Biggums. I was asked to make Tyrone Biggums from the Chappelle Show. This is him right here. It was actually quite fun, and like I'm a stickler for detail, and it was made with worsted weight yarn. When someone gives me creative control, it is my favorite thing, especially when I'm making from worsted weight yarn. You give me creative control, honey. Detail central. I will, man. I'll have that thing looking exactly like you. You'll be like, I'm like, yeah, I did that. That was me. That was me. Yeah, but that was my weirdest thing that I ever crocheted. It was Tyrone Biggums. All right. That brings us to our next thing. Our next number 5. What I won't ever crochet. Now, I know some people are like, I'll crochet anything. I won't crochet anything demonic or anything obscene. I won't do that. If you, meaning, like areas of the body, that's all I'm gonna say. I won't crochet that. I won't crochet anything like demonic. I'm sure y'all have seen it. I mean, I do crochet, like, obviously, like Mike Myers, Candyman, Freddy Krueger. Like, that's, for me, that's not demonic. I'm talking about, like, I don't even like to say the word. This word. I don't even like saying the word, but I won't. I'm sure y'all seen it. I'll put a picture right here, but I won't crochet this. This is not getting crocheted by me. I just won't do it. I'm not gonna do it. It's not happening. No, not this girl. I know who's like, well, you're losing money, honey. Well, then I guess I'm gonna lose money. I don't know what else to tell you. You crochet what you want to crochet. I'm just gonna crochet what I need to crochet. So, but that's just something I just don't do. I'm not a fan of demonic stuff. I'm not a fan of obscene things either. I mean, I've seen some really vulgar crochet things, and that's just something I will not do. But if that's what you feel like, if that's what you want to do, if that's your jam, honey, make that money, make it rain. All right. Next, we have, where do I get my inspiration? Oh, from all y'all. Literally, I get my inspiration from other YouTubers. But one of my biggest things is I'll be driving and I'll be like, ooh. Like, I remember one time I was like driving in Paddington, the Bear Paddington. I saw him on some billboard and I was like, oh, I need to make that. And I never made him, but he's still on my 5-page mile long list. And I'm just like, that looks. I should make a Paddington. So I get it from like inspirations of like movies, and like for instance, I'm literally right now working on Wednesday, but that's kind of like a little. We'll get to her in a little bit, but I'm going to be making a whole series of that, some other, Halloween items and stuff like that. But that's like that's where I get my inspiration from movies, from watching other YouTubers, from my everyday life. I'm like, oh, I should make that. Oh, I should make this. So that's why I get all my inspiration from, is just like everyday life. All right, so moving on. So number 7, what's your favorite thing you ever crocheted? So my favorite thing that I ever crocheted was my holiday doll. I loved her. This is her right here. She was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Y'all, she was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Do you hear me? Gorgeous. I sold her for like, God, I think like 180 or something like that. But she was pretty big. But the thing is about that doll, it inspired me to now make, every year I'm gonna make a holiday doll. I'm gonna make a holiday doll. Well, on 2 holidays, I'm gonna make my Christmas doll and my Halloween doll. So last year I made Zoe, the zombie cheerleader. This is her right here. She's so cute. I'm going to actually link down below the video for her too, because it was super cute. Um, Maybe I'll make it a short so y'all can see that, and just, I'll link the short down here too. But so that was like the first doll that I made. That was like a bigger doll, like a big doll with like blanket yarn and all that stuff. It's like TCU, and it sold really fast. Took it to market, and it sold the same day. And that holiday doll, the Christmas doll, she sold within, I'm not even kidding, within minutes. I posted her, and somebody already picked, like, I want her. I don't care how much it is. I want her. I was like, well, she's 180. And they was like, I don't care. Give me her. I want her. So she sold with the quickness. So I'm going to make holiday dolls every year. It's going to be my thing. And this doll was so detailed and so beautiful. She reminded me of a little Winter Wonderland doll. And I was just like, and look at this. Look at this. Do you see this right there? That right there. I'm going to put a picture. It's more closer, but more close up. So this right here was lollipops. I made like it to look like lollipops. She had like a little shawl. It was like fur. It was cute. I mean, and her hair took forever though. I'm not even gonna lie. I had a little bow in her hair. I mean, she was absolutely darling. Darling. I can't remember what I named her. I don't even know if I did name her. No, I did name her. You know what I named her? I named her Brianna, after my middle child. I did, because she was just so cute. And I was like, I have to name her. Her name's Brianna, because she looked like my daughter Brianna. But she was so cute. That was my favorite thing I ever crocheted, was my holiday doll, which I'm gonna be making holiday dolls from here on out. There you go. All right, moving on to number 8. What's your plans for the future? I really want to do lives. I want to do like Palm Street, like lives like that and stuff like that. I don't want to sell so much at markets. I want to like have like my website. I want to start my own website. I do sell online, but it's like on like, Etsy or something like that. Which I'm on vacation mode right now, but I need to take it off. But anyways, that's beside the point. The point is that I want to stop selling at markets so much, and then go towards online selling and doing lives like on Palm Street. That's like for the future. I want to have a higher fan base. I want my name to be out there. Like when they think, oh, I want a crochet doll. Well, I know who makes that. It's Crafting in Array. It's Marie from Crafting in Array. That's what I want. I want to have a bigger fan base. More. All right. That is my future plan. That's what that is. All right. Number 9. What do I love about crocheting? What do I not love? Now, honestly, what I love is that I'm able to take something like this, you know, and turn it into something like that. I can take something that you would look at like, what can you make with this? And just it's so wonderful what we can turn yarn into. It's insane. Like, crocheting is the only thing, well, not the only thing, it's not the only thing, no. It is one of the only things you cannot do with the machine. A machine cannot make these. Crocheting, you cannot, a machine cannot make it. They hands, your hands, someone has to have hands in order to make it. It has to be made by hand. I mean, I guess if you don't have hands, you have robot hands maybe. But anyway, that made no sense. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. Let me I'm such a weirdo. I'm probably not going to edit that out either. But it has to be made by hand. So I love that. I love it a lot. Makes me happy. But anyway, moving on. All right. So that is number 9. Which brings to number 10. Worst thing about crocheting. Well, for me is that my hands hurt. As we know, I'm gonna pop it. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Okay, so I have carpal tunnel. That's one of the worst things because I get it from crocheting all the time. It is just, it's bad. That I think that's one of the worst things from me. About when I crochet, but seeing people like buy well, I don't know if y'all ever heard this, but there's a YouTuber, there's a YouTuber on here called Travel Crochet, and she had the most funniest story about how someone had went and took her items, bought them, and then went to her booth and she sold it at her booth and saying that she made it. But she called her the turtle lady. The turtle lady was saying she made it her own self, but she didn't. And I'm just like, wow. So like that's another thing too. I would hate. I don't like people taking credit for something that is not theirs. Like whenever, okay, so I don't use patterns that much. But if I take inspiration from someone else, I'm going to tag that person. I'm going to ask, hey, do you mind if I do? They're like, yeah, go right ahead. I've never had anyone say no. And I always, always say, yes, it's not my pattern. It's the inspiration from this person. Like I always make sure I tag, I always make sure I say something. I wouldn't hate for someone to buy my product and then go sell it at their booth. I mean, you can sell it at your booth. That's fine. Do whatever you want with it. But don't say it's you made it. Like don't be like I made this. Like no you didn't. I made that. Like that was crazy. I'm actually going to link her YouTube down below because it's actually a really funny story. I was like, oh my god, she calls it a turtle. I'd be busting up. But anyway, that is number 10, and those are the questions. But there's bonus questions, so let's jump into it. Dun, 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 dun. So the bonus question, number 11: what is your worst crocheted market experience? Y'all, buckle up. All right, so I went to this market. I paid $150 for one day. Now, here's the thing, I have never done that. Never. And I will never do it again. I will never pay no more than $80 for one day. It's not happening. Now, if it's a 2-day event, go for it. Let's do this. Let's do this like Brutus. I am all in. But it was, and that was should have been my first like no. So, but everybody was like, so they had a fall market. Everybody was like, oh my god, it's so good, and like this is a good, it's gonna be good. So, I went to this market, $150, and it was kind of slow. Like it was kind of slow, and these two little boys had came into the market, and they're asking, how much is this? How much is this? They're asking how much the turtles are. And everything's labeled. But I know all of us have been through this. If you go to markets, you know. You can have it marked in neon signs, and they're still going to say to you, how much is this? $12, $12, $12, $12. And they would still ask you, and they will point exactly to it, how much is this? And I want to say, ma'am, the sign says what? What does the sign say? $12. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a tag on it. It don't matter. They're still going to ask. But anyway, so they're asking how much is this? How much is that? And they even went so far to ask me how much my displays were. Like they had like little tiny, I had like displays, like, like these like little shelves. And they were asking how much these were, my displays. They were even asking me, and I kid you not, my frame for my it has like all my information. They asked me how much that was. They did. They asked me how much my chair was. And I'm like, what? They're like, the chair you're sitting in. I'm like, it's not for sale. And now they couldn't have been, I think one was probably 8, maybe 8 years old. The other one probably like 5, okay? Well, maybe the other one was probably like 10. But anyway, that's besides the point. So they're asking me all these questions. And so then they go to the front of the booth. And now in the front of the booth, I have stickers for sale. I sell them for two for $1. And then I have pins, and I sell those for $2. Now, these little boys were like, how much are these stickers? And I was like, 2 for $1. Like, no, they're not. I was like, yes, that's how much they are. And I have a little sign that says it. It's a little sign that says it's an eraser. Or not, no, I didn't mean to say that. It's a little sign, and it's like a little easel board, and it has like little, you could write, I write on it, with like the dry eraser, pins or whatever. And they kept saying, no, it's not. That's not how much it is. It's free. And I was like, no, it's not free. It's 2 for $1. And they're like, no, it's not. And I was like, yes, it is. And then they go, how much is this elephant? And I was like, I told them how much it was, and they're like, no, it's free. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And I was like, no, it cost, it cost this much. And so then I was just like, I didn't want to be mean, because I'm not a mean person, I'm just not, because that'd be bad. I don't want to be mean. I like people sometimes. Okay, I don't like people. But anyways, so then I stand up. I'm kind of like in front. I'm like in front of like that, not in front, but like I'm towards the front of my booth, right? And then the little boy, the littlest one, grabs a handful of stickers. I mean, he went and he grabs 2 handfuls of stickers. He grabs them and he runs. And his older brother was like, no, put those back. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? I was like, bring them back, please. And he's like, no, I won't bring them. They're mine. And his older brother was like, bring them back. Like, you can't steal. Those cost money. And so then I was like, bring them back right now. And so, I mean, and he had, now remember, I sell them two for a dollar. He took about, I would say about $10 worth, give or take. But it don't matter. That's stealing. I don't care if it was a penny. That's stealing. You are a thief. And so he brought them back, and I was like, don't come back to my booth. And I was nice about it. I was like, thank you. Don't come back to my booth. And he leaves. They leave, right? 5 minutes later, the mother comes to my booth. And she goes, did my son steal from you? And I said, yes, he did. And then she's like, I'm so sorry, how much are you? It's like, no, he brought it back. And then she's like, okay. And she brings her son with her. And she goes, say you're sorry. He's like, no, I won't say I'm sorry. No. She's like, say you're sorry. And he's like, no. She's like, I'm so sorry. And I was just like, okay. And then she leaves on her merry little way. Now, I thought that was done. I thought we were done, y'all. But guess what happened? Until then, this guy comes to my booth and he goes, did my son come and steal from your booth? Like, he bulked up like this, like he about to hit somebody. And I was like, yeah. He's like, he tried to steal from, he stole from you? I was like, yeah, he stole. And he's like, all this stuff, I'm gonna buy all this stuff. And I was like, huh? And he's like, I got money. I can buy your whole booth. And I said, good. You can start with that dragon right there. That's $125. No. Who do you think you are, sir? Like, I'm going to need you to calm down, because here's the thing. One thing you're teaching your son, that stealing is okay, because daddy and mommy or whoever you are will just, we'll just bail him out. No. Like, stickers today, tomorrow a plushie. Like no, it is not okay to steal. Like, not. And he's like, and so the guy, he walks off and he's like he's gonna hit me. And I'm like, get out of my booth. It's like, get out of my booth. Get out of my booth. And he's like, I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear it. Get out of my booth. I don't want to hear no more. Get out of my booth. So that's what happened. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was insane. But that's not all, y'all. That's not all. So then I was like, oh no. I called my boyfriend, told him what happened, because he went to go get something to eat. I tell him, he's like, where is he? And so I was like, I don't know where he is. Because I figured he was long gone. And so I went to go tell the coordinator, the event coordinator, what happened. And he goes, do you see him? And then I was like, no, I don't see him. But then I saw the kids. And I was like, oh, there are the kids right there. And then I'm looking, and I can see the kids are by this vendor. And I'm like, oh my gosh. It's vendor kids. Y'all, it's freaking vendor. I have been stolen from twice. And both times have been from vendor kids. From vendor kids. And I feel like that is like the biggest no-no. Like, granted, obviously stealing in itself is a no-no, but I mean, from vendor kids, like, what? So I told them, and I told the event coordinator it's right. He's like, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah. So he actually wound up talking to them, and they had to leave. Now, do you remember when I told you that they kept saying it's free, it's free? It was because they were erasing the price on the little dry erase little square marker things. They erased it off.
No!
That's why they were saying it was free. Because they erased it. I was like, this is insane. So I went to the front of the counter of the table that the stickers and the elephant was on. And I looked down. And I was like, these kids erased it. And I saw them doing something over there. I was like, not paying attention, not thinking. And long and behold, they erased it all off. Man, can't make this up. Kids. So, yeah, it was a nightmare. But that's what happened. That is my horror story. A market horror story, because oh my goodness, it was a doozy. Alrighty, so let's end this on a good note. The funniest thing ever at a market. This one was actually I don't want to say it was funny, but we made it fun. Went to this market. It was like $100 for the market, and it was for 2 days. Actually, I think it was like 130 for 2 days, right? I think I maybe made 150 for the both days. Like, it was the slowest market I ever went to in my entire market life. Like, it was so slow. So my daughter got stung by a bee. I fell in mud. I we hardly sold anything. But one of the funniest things about it was, okay, so this one, it was like a field trip that these high schoolers had came to, or I think it was high schoolers, maybe junior high. They came in, and I have my what? I call it my what bin. I call my what? Cuz it's like, what is this? Um or what happened? So I call it, some people call it their wonky bin. I call it my what bin. And so it was this one chicken, and his eyes were kind of cross-eyed, and I was like, I ain't selling this for full price. We gonna sell it, we gonna mark it down, right? So he's like, why is this in here? He's like, it shouldn't be up there with the other chickens. I was like, oh no, so I keep my chickens like in a little chicken coop. I'll show you right here. See right there? Keep it in a little chicken coop. And then he was like, why is like that? I was like, oh, because the eyes are all wonky. And he's like, oh, it's cute, I like it. And I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, you should make all your chickens like this. You should make all your chickens like, what? He's like, what? I was dying. I was like, oh my God, you're so funny. But they made it just so fun. And they were in there talking and just making me laugh. And then this one girl comes in, and this was really funny. And she was from like the same, like, field trip group. And she goes, all right, how about we play a game where paper, rock, scissors. If I win, I get to have any plushie I want. I was like, I have a better idea. How about no? She's like, really? You don't want to play? I was like, absolutely not. And she was going to like all the vendors, and she was asking them, hey, let's play paper, rock, scissors. If I win, I get to win. I get to have whatever I want. No, absolutely not. So then when we were there, me and my daughter, we actually made a video. I'm going to post it. I just haven't edited it yet, but we made a video of, like, the mini things you see at markets, which is, probably should put that paper rock scissors one in there because it's just so freaking funny. But yeah, that was my funniest market that I ever went to. But anyway, that is all. That is it. That is me, Meet the Maker of Crafting an Array. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you are not yet subscribed and you have made it to the end of this video, please go ahead and like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. It really helps out me grow this beautiful crochet journey. And if you also have made it to the end of this video, why not put down below a flower of any sort? Um, this is supposed to be a sunflower. I don't know if they have sunflower emojis, but if there is one, I would love for you to put one of those down there. Or any type of flower. Just let me know you made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. And if nobody has told you today, you are enough and you are worthy of all things good. Thank you so much, everyone. Happy crocheting.